It's happening, guys. It is happening. Oh boy, this is massive. Square, you might have heard of them, just put 50 million big ones into Bitcoin. The second major corporation in, I think it's about 3 weeks, that's actually done this. Put their cash into Bitcoin as a store of value. This is massive. Now, why am I freaking out? Let me just take a breath. I'll explain in a sec. Just need to make sure I'm recording here. That's how excited I am. So this is massive news, guys, coming very quick, just a few weeks after the MicroStrategy announcement. Here is another company that's saying, we've got cash. We're not putting it in stock or gold or anything like that. We're parking this fairly substantial amount in Bitcoin. It's the best place to put it now. You see, it says here 4,700 odd. It's only 1% of their asset base, so they're obviously a very rich company. But from a dollar value and from a coin value, it's still a significant investment. And I couldn't contain myself. I tweeted immediately. This is my Twitter. That's me. At Tavesh, if you want to follow me. I normally put out some good tweets. But I mean, the first thing I said was, it would appear that the floodgates have started to move. Haven't really opened. This is what we've been talking about for years, guys. And a few other people were tweeting, and I just replied to them. I replied to Anthony Pompliano. You might have heard of him. And I said, yeah, I've been saying this for many years, right? So individuals have been buying Bitcoin since, the last 10, 11 years. Guys that get it. Now, we've seen the second major corporation announce publicly that Bitcoin is their store of value, or one of the key store of values for them. And let me tell you something else, by the way. This is only the second major corporation that's actually admitted to it. A lot of these guys are buying, but they're not saying anything. Why would they? Because it had a bad rap for many years, right? Other people would have said, hey, these guys are nuts to do it. The MicroStrategy guy, which I'm going to talk about now, he's a tech guy. Many people haven't heard of MicroStrategy before this. They're actually a competitor to the work I do in my day job, but I've heard of them for many years, almost 20 years. I know them as a business intelligence company, and come across them every now and again. But he's a tech guy. Jack Dorsey. Ever heard of Jack Dorsey? He started Twitter, and he's the Square CEO. He knows tech. So we're seeing companies that are tech focused. They know about blockchain. They know about Bitcoin's advantages and value and all the good points. They're saying, well, you know what? Given the state of the world, we're putting our cash here, or a piece of our cash here. And this is what I said on Twitter just moments ago. Pomp said, okay, so we're going to see this flood probably over the next 6 months. Now, if corporations announce it publicly, I'm saying they've been doing it for a long time. Eventually, central banks will use Bitcoin as a reserve asset. And I'm saying, well, actually, while corporations and individuals will use it for storage of wealth, countries will use Bitcoin for a currency neutral settlement for balance of payments. This is the macroeconomic solution that Bretton Woods couldn't provide, right? You and I may invest in Bitcoin. We may not buy coffee with it. Corporations are going to park their money there. Corporations might settle debts between each other, for large amounts of cash. Why send it through the fiat system? If this guy needs to pay another company $10 million, it's going to be easier to do this in Bitcoin. And he's got $50 million equivalent worth of Bitcoin. The big thing for me, which I don't see anyone else saying, I've been saying this for a few years, but it's because I'm into macroeconomics, is that this macroeconomic balance of payments things between countries will happen with Bitcoin. I don't know when it's going to happen, but when that happens, the value is going to be even more than what we think. 100K, a million. I mean, it's the global settlement layer at that stage when it happens. Now, coming back to my excitement, I haven't put out a video in a long time. I know, guys, to my 10 followers, sorry to disappoint you, but I've just been busy. But when I saw this, it actually spurred me into action. I highly recommend you invest an hour of your time and listen to the POM podcast with Michael Saylor. I'll put this link, episode 385. I really enjoyed this. I even went back and, while doing chores, listened to most of it again. The first bit, he talks about his company and his journey, but he mentioned a few things, right? He said, as any company, he's sitting on a lot of cash because you need liquidity. And the value of that cash, he used a term, melting away like an ice cube with inflation, with central bank printing. And I would add to that, it's even worse if you don't have dollars. People in many countries around the world have currencies that are even performing badly against the dollar. So even if the dollar is losing value from an inflation perspective, it's many times worse with other currencies. So this argument makes even more sense if you're not in the US and if you're in a country where the economy isn't doing as well as the US. It's just a no-brainer. So I'm not going to do too long of a video. It's unscripted, and I'll just put the computer on. This is massive news. You will remember this day, trust me. First MicroStrategy, now Square, and follow some of my tweets. I'll talk about the macroeconomic. I'll do a video. I did one about 2 years ago. I think 3 people watched it and got the message. If you're still watching, 3 of you, hope you invested in Bitcoin. Not financial advice, but I'm just saying. And this is really a significant event. Once all these corporations pile into Bitcoin and the millionaires, there's not going to be enough. There's only 21 million, and the value is going to be so high. It's going to be amazing. So I'll stop there, guys. This is just a great day. It's the 8th of October, 2020. It's been a terrible year in many ways, but man, remember I said to my 10 subscribers, I said on previous videos, no, I don't want to restart Windows, that the second half of 2020, given what happened economically over the first half, is going to be massive for Bitcoin. And it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to potentially change your life financially. I'll put a link to a few of the other videos where I go through that in detail, right? So anyway, guys, watch the POM podcast. There's another one that's just as good as well. I can't remember the name, but with Michael Saylor. Just invest an hour of your time. I do it while mowing the lawn or whatever, some chores. But anyway, guys, this is a great day, and I wish you well, and exciting times are ahead of us. See you soon.